Welcome back. You all know the deal. We watched a movie. Today it was Transformers
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars.
Rise of the Beast is what it was.
Rise of the Beasts. I completely forgot the subtitle myself.
Beast Wars is the original cartoon.
But this is our 49th episode, correct?
This is our 49th episode.
So our next episode is a pretty awesome milestone, 50 episodes. We've watched 50 episodes, or 50 movies. Actually, 49 movies and one short story.
Well, actually, I don't think the first episode really counts either because we just talked about Comic-Con for the very first episode.
True.
And
so
then
48 movies.
Well, and then there's also the other episode where we talked about the Mario trailer.
True. But regardless, 50 episodes. And in accordance with that, to celebrate it, with whatever we watch next, we will also be releasing a video and an episode or a tier. Basically everything we've watched and kind of review everything.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I got something planned for it. Look forward to it.
We're excited for it, and yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that. But anyways, we watched Transformers. What the heck is this subtitle?
Rise of the Beasts.
Rise of the Beasts, and my God, it was awful.
So boring.
It was really fucking bad.
It was so boring, and the characters were all so stupid.
Like every character sucked, and it
even
sucks
the
too.
Autobots sucked.
Even Optimus Prime sucked.
Optimus Prime sucked so bad.
Like there was so much. Like oh my God, there just wasn't really a one enjoyable scene. Like we're hot off of watching The Flash
and Spider-Verse
and it's a different experience going through those movies and like genuinely laughing at some of the jokes, and then
like just having like an amazing time at both of those movies,
and then watching this movie and then a joke happens on screen and your face almost sours in the theater.
There would be jokes that like they would like leave a pause in the movie for like people to laugh and no one in the theater laughed. Dude,
I think you and I were the people laughing the loudest at like scenes where we weren't
not supposed to be funny. But I agree.
There are parts where like but the best is at the beginning when they're talking about like the fucking, you called it like the MacGuffin item.
Yeah.
Like the power of like the key to stop like everything from going to fucking shit. The best was when Optimus was like, "It is true. The key is here and it is real." And you and I just started cracking up. We're like, what?
God. Oh my God. There was there anything cool that happened in this movie?
No, I hated.
No, I think that the opening scene was pretty good. The very opening scene where like the Maximals are getting the key off of their planet and Unicron comes in and devours their planet. I think that was the best part of the whole movie.
Yeah. I was excited for the fucking, what the heck is that? The motorcycle girl name?
RC.
I was excited for her character, but looking at her design more closely in the movie, I was like, she kind of weirds me out. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
I don't know. All the designs kind of weirded me out.
It was pretty close to her G1.
All they fucking need to do is do just an animated.
Like her design was pretty close to her G1.
Like, it is pretty close.
Appearance.
She was my favorite character, but there was times where I was looking at her face and I'm like, that just looks kind of weird, you know? Like,
no, I agree. Like, I thought Mirage's face looked really weird too.
I fucking hated Mirage. Mirage was so fucking annoying, dude.
There was so much stuff that just did not make any sense.
No.
At all.
And he's like, "Oh, what's up? You're my boy. What's up, Noah?" And oh my God, dude, it was such a bad movie. All right, so we'll start at the beginning. We'll go through the narrative as we usually do. So the beginning, as you said, Unicron, the big world-eating robot.
Unicron is sick.
Yeah, Galactus comes down and eats the world.
Exactly. He's Transformers Galactus.
And then we're brought back to Earth, and then we have like 30 minutes of just humans.
Yeah. It's the problem with every Transformers movie is that I don't go to these movies for the fucking humans. I'm there to see the giant robots.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why they don't make an animated like.
I think next year there's going to be a Transformers animated. But remember, Chris Hemsworth is voicing Optimus Prime in that. So.
Why the fuck would they give it to Chris Hemsworth when they already have like so many established Optimus Prime actors?
Well, it's like an origin story for Optimus and Megatron. It's like takes place on Cybertron and like. I think it might be like how the war started or something like that. Like, it's like the origin story, basically.
Well, that would be cool.
Hopefully it's cool.
Yeah, hopefully it's cool. But anyways, we go to Earth. We get introduced to this guy named Noah. And he has this little brother who like needs...
His brother's sick. And they can't afford it.
Yeah, and they can't afford to like keep treating him. So... That's basically the entire character of Noah.
Yeah, it was like you just give him the motivation. That's it. And okay, so when they were like setting up Noah and he goes into the job interview and they don't have they just canceled it and it was like, oh, we saw your track record. Like it just seems like you're not really a team player. And it was like,
oh, I wonder if he's gonna be like a team player or something by the end of the movie.
Wouldn't it make me care about his character so much more if we like actually saw him not be a team player instead of the characters just like telling us about it?
Yeah.
That never once during the movie did he not seem like a team player.
You know what I also fucking find hilarious about the humans being in the Transformers movies? Like, it's just funny watching the movie and be like, you guys really like you guys are really playing it off like the humans would do anything.
Yeah,
they're like blasting like fucking like 75 caliber like fucking machine guns like into the dirt and like slicing hot like magma blades everywhere, and they're running up like 10 feet away from him. They're like, Optimus, are you okay? It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, dude, the humans are so useless fighting. Yeah. Like, what are the humans doing?
Yeah, it's like they have to try so hard to make them like to justify them being in the movie.
They're like, oh well, there's a ventilation shaft that's perfect size for the humans.
And so, okay, I was gonna ask you this: is this movie in the same world as the Bumblebee spinoff? It looks like.
I think so. Because that movie was set in the 80s. And I think the Bumblebee design was similar. They kind of go back to the G1 fucking designs. I mean, Bumblebee retains his Bayverse design, but like they totally like simplified Optimus's design.
I thought their mouths had like way too many like fucking weird moving parts when they showed their mouths.
The mouths are weird.
The mouths looked really strange. I thought every single I was kind of like, when we talked about this before, we talked about how the designs are a little bit more readable. Like maybe like the silhouettes and like the chest and like the more blocky aspects of them. But like watching the movie, it was like,
what I like about the designs of these ones is there's actually like some color to them. In the previous Transformers movies, I think that at a certain point, it just became like gray blobs on the screen that you could just not see anything. So I feel like a more simplified, colorful design is where they should go with this.
Yeah, I agree.
And I do like that aspect of
it. So anyways, Noah, he has his brother. And then there's this girl character who's just
she's like an archaeologist.
Yeah, she's just like kind of
underappreciated in her job.
Yeah, both both Noah and I forget her name.
Elena?
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think it was Elena.
Elena or something along those lines.
She just loved archaeology.
They're just such like fucking plot devices and just like
they're just there
to be there. Yeah,
they're there to like set up the robot shit. I don't know why
every time the robots start battling and shit's going on, they pop on. They're like, "Thank God you guys are there. Let's go out, team." And the part all right. This is where also continuing off like wow, it's amazing how much they pretend humans like are fucking worth like they can do anything in this universe. They like every single fucking Autobot is around them, and like Noah's like, all right, like towards the end of the movie, he's like, all right, gang, huddle up, take a knee. And all the robots are like, what are we gonna do, Noah? It's like you have like fucking 17 tons of weight over him. Like you could squash him.
But the humans are so important.
Yeah,
the humans
dude.
are the heart of the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know. I feel like that's all there is to say about the movie. Like if they just like kind of fought. They were trying to find the MacGuffin key items.
It was so fucking dumb. Well, okay, so there's the archaeologist girl. She finds the key, basically. She finds one half of the key.
Yeah.
And like it's in this eagle-shaped jar.
Mm-hmm.
And as these like high-tech laser beams are like cycling around it, and I'm like, isn't this set in the 90s? Like, what is this fucking
true.
laser
I never thought about
and
that.
then it like starts crumbling and the glyphs on it go away. And later on in the movie, when they're like trying to find the second half, she's like, the Terracons and Scourge will be able to track the second half of the key from the glyphs. And I'm like, she was the only one that saw the glyphs. Like it fucking crumbled in front of her. Mm-hmm. What glyphs are they gonna be following?
I know.
And then when they show up in fucking, did they say they were in Peru?
Yeah.
They were in Peru. And then like
they might have had to stop before. I don't know if this were they in Peru before that?
Because they just took
straight into
Peru. They took the shitty plane one.
Yeah.
In.
I didn't like that guy either.
Like the robots aren't even characters because they spend like way too much time on the humans, like, and then the humans are underdeveloped, and then so are the robots.
The only
like
actual character was fucking Mirage, but Mirage was so goddamn cringe the entire movie.
Like, work friends, you were inside of me, and like no one in the theater had any sort of reaction.
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, that's the line. He's like, because fucking Noah was inside the fucking car for context. He's like, oh, you were inside of me. And yeah, the entire theater's just like, oh.
There was another like weirdly sexual joke that Mirage had that it was like, what? I can't remember what it was though.
There's a lot like that.
And
you know Pete Davidson voices him?
I have no opinion on Pete Davidson. I don't know if I've seen any of his work.
The only I feel like he's not had anything that I've seen that I have enjoyed so far.
Yeah. He was not very good in this.
No, he's fucking sucked in this. But I don't think it's his fault. I think everybody sucked in this.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was his fault. And like, okay, so Noah and like his initial meeting of the Transformers is because he was trying to steal a car because they were going to sell it, and that's how he was going to pay for his brother's medical treatment. And the car, it turns out the car that he's going to steal is Mirage. And then Optimus calls him, like, calling all Autobots. And, like, they go through this whole chase scene, and Noah's, like, literally freaking out the entire time. He does nothing. He does nothing during the chase except freak out. And all Mirage knows is, like, this guy was trying to steal me. And then he's suddenly like, you should join the team. We're homies. Like, what was that about?
You know what his delivery reminded me of a lot? The fucking actor, I forget the actor's name. I'll look it up really quick. But the guy who voice acts for Rex and that one character from Big Mouth. And
I know who you're talking about.
And he's in a lot of, like, other stuff. I feel like he's been kind of getting big with.
But that guy has, like, a really distinct, like, unique voice.
I felt like the delivery was like very
was
similar.
Similar, I could see.
It's like, hey, what's up? Like, hey, you were inside me. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Let's go. What's up, bro? Like,
yeah, no, I agree. And it felt like the Autobots, or at least Mirage, was immediately like, we're friends now. Like, there was no build into it, and it didn't feel
Jason Montezukas. I'm 100%.
Yep, that guy.
Fucking butchering the name. I apologize about that. But I don't know. The delivery was very, or maybe I think it's him.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. The delivery felt very similar.
Mm-hmm. Fucking so then when they like go try and get the key from the museum where Elena is at,
Mm-hmm.
and they run into the Terracons for the first time, and they just like fucking get their ass
Terracons
beat.
are not Transformers.
So they are. They're so in the original movie.
Do Transformers die unless they're killed, or do they
when
just
the
live
spark
forever?
goes out?
When the spark goes out, but technically, the spark could theoretically.
It does not.
Forever.
Bumble. Okay, wait. Well, we'll get
Okay.
there.
Okay.
But so the Terracons in the first Transformers animated movie ever, that was when Unicron was introduced.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, like, Megatron dies and a bunch of the other Decepticons get killed at the very beginning of the movie. And Optimus Prime also dies in the very beginning of the movie. And Unicron finds the body of Megatron and all these other dead Decepticons and kind of upgrades them. And Megatron becomes Galvatron, and all of the upgraded Decepticons are like the Terracons. And they're like, basically, like, they follow Galvatron, basically. And then they also are combiners, which they didn't do in this movie. But so it's like 5 of them, and they can combine into one giant one.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. But they were just
we completely
Terracons
skipped
here.
over that fucking Bumblebee died, and like
We weren't there yet, because that was at the museum fight.
Oh, okay. So we're like right there then.
Yeah, Bumblebee gets killed.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it? I was gonna say when you were explaining that, is that just a thing in every single Transformers movie that one big character dies at the beginning and then at the end
just come back.
Yeah.
Well,
Because hasn't Optimus Prime died like 5 times?
Optimus Prime dies all the time.
Yeah.
But like, so Bumblebee in the original cartoon, I don't know if he did die, but he ends up like he comes back and gets upgraded and becomes Goldbug. And because you know how he was like the Volkswagen Beetle.
Mm-hmm.
So when he turns into Goldbug, he's just like all gold basically. And I thought that's what they were going to do, honestly, was like when
Has
they
he
killed
always
Bumblebee.
been like one of like the main players in Transformers, or did him like being like Shia LaBeouf's like character kind of boost him into the spotlight?
It did kind of boost him into the spotlight, but he was also like just like the Volkswagen. He was like the little brother of the team in the original cartoon.
I see.
That's always what Bumblebee kind of is, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
He's always like, and he's shorter than the rest of them.
Yeah.
I don't really like when Bumblebee has like the radio speech either. Like in that,
I think it would have been. I think it can be cool, but they kind of choose like lame things to pick from. I don't know.
and it makes him like way less of a character. He's just like a one-liner reference character.
I think I don't know. Like I haven't seen the fucking first one in a while, but I think when they use them to speak, but they like snips together like 4 different like audio things, that kind of made it cooler. As opposed to in this one, they just played one audio clip that was like relevant to like what he was saying.
Yeah, I agree. It was done way better. I want him to just like have an actual voice.
Yeah.
But they don't take time to develop either of the characters, so. Well, so they have the first half of the key, and then Scourge comes and fucking
Basically
takes it from them. Beats the shit out of them. And then that, like, they got their asses handed to them. And then Optimus Prime is just so pouty throughout the whole movie. He's like, I should have done this. I would have done this.
I can't believe you guys are still here because of me.
Like, Optimus Prime was horrible in this movie. He was so whiny. Like, if only I would have done this.
Yeah,
Bumblebee would still be alive. If only I would have done this, we still would have been on Cybertron and not stuck on Earth. Like, we should have never listened to the humans.
Yeah.
This is all my fault.
Like, this is why I can never trust a human. A human could not ever protect the fate of Cybertron. And you're like, yeah, you're probably right, Optimus.
Yeah, the humans are pretty useless compared to the giant robots.
Yep. And then they go to Peru because fucking Indiana Jones reasons.
They gotta find the other half of the thing, and it's not even there.
Yeah, and then another fight.
It's like Fetch Quest CGI boss battle.
And then...
So wait, they fight, and then, Air Razor gets hit with the the thing that Scourge can like control her.
Mm-hmm. And then she's like, don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah. I'm completely fine.
And her eyes turn around and she's like, I'm going to rip your skin off.
and
Noah's like, are you good? Like...
and then, so we get to meet the rest of the Maximals.
Yeah. Which really... only the monkey is a character. I don't think any of the other... I think the cheetah one had like... I think the cheetah line would come in and be like, what's up, gang? And then that was
it. And then...
and you're just sitting there like, was that the cheetah? I think that was the cheetah.
And then the rhino, Rhinox had no lines.
Yeah, I don't think Rhinox had any.
We could have got Rat Trap, bro. Mm-hmm. Didn't get Rat Trap.
I felt like they were very lenient on showing
the Beast stuff.
Yeah.
We didn't get any of the Predacons, which are like the Decepticon versions, where Megatron is a T-Rex.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but because I have not seen a lot of the recent Transformers, but I feel like they're always pretty generous, being like, "Oh, there's going to be a lot of Transformers in here."
Yeah, they were. Well, I think this is like. They're trying to set up for like Unicron, you know?
Yeah.
I think because Unicron will transform and be a gigantic transformer. And then like, so in the Transformers lore, before time and space, Unicron and, I can't remember what the good version of him is. But basically when everything is like created, the good Unicron decides that he's gonna just transform into a planet and he is Cybertron. So Cybertron can also transform into a big transformer.
Oh my god.
So like if we got to see that on the big screen, I wouldn't be mad about it.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like it's fucking weird that they haven't just like given up on the live action universe and just went full animation. I guess once this first Shia LaBeouf movie came out, or the fucking Michael Bay one rather.
And then
it did really fucking well.
It might be the first Mark Wahlberg one is like top 10 highest grossing movies of all time.
I like how they fucking mentioned Mark Wahlberg in this movie. Like you're supposed to be like, like the other Transformer movies.
Oh, and then
it was another one of those things where they're like, Mirage is like, it's wacky. Marky Mark from the Funky Bunch is going to acting. Isn't that wild? And you're just sitting there dead face like, this movie is awful.
No, and then did you see, there was the other part where it was like, they were like, is that Transformer racist? And they're like, it's a robot. How is that racist? Because it was like, we want you to like...
Yeah.
The racist robots in the second one.
Yeah.
Like just trying to justify that.
Also, that robot with like the glasses, that design was awful. I hated that character.
Dude, Wheeljack has such a cool design from the original, from the G1 show.
He looked really stupid. And then he had like his engine belts as his like suspenders. And I was like, I don't like that.
Let's see if I can find a good Wheeljack.
Yeah, Wheeljack looks way cooler.
No, not that one.
Way fucking cooler.
He's like their fucking...
smart.
He's like their top scientist guy. Yeah. But I feel like I remember him like creating a lot of the weapons and shit that they would use to fight the Decepticons.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was nothing in this movie.
Yeah.
None of them were anything. Optimus was pouty. And then fucking Optimus Primal had the one line that was like, don't ever meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the Optimus Prime I thought he was gonna be.
And the fucking bird's like, he's lost so much. Don't be too hard on him.
Yeah. And then every encounter that they had with the Predacons, I'm like, why are the Autobots fighting them better? Like, what changed? Like,
exactly. At the end, it was like, why did they get so powered up when they were getting their asses handed to them the entire movie?
Like, suddenly they just had to try a little harder and like, I don't know, like, nothing changed for them to be able to win at the end. Yeah. They should not have won.
So at the end, Noah and Elena have to run down this long corridor. Elena have to run down this long corridor thing to stop the key from summoning Unicron.
Yeah.
Which, like, whatever. And,
Whatever.
And the fucking Transformers are fighting out there. And then there's a part where, like, Mirage really stupidly tries to fight Scourge on his own and then just fucking gets his ass handed to him.
Yeah. And then fucking Noah absorbs him, basically.
Yeah, that was...
That was so fucking weird.
You and I, at that point, yes. No, when oh god, it was so weird. Like his dead body, Mirage's dead body is over Noah, and then they transform, and he gets into like an Iron Man.
Yeah, it was exactly like an Iron Man suit up scene.
You and I think you and I were laughing for a good like 3 minutes in the theater, while everybody else in the theater was just silent. I couldn't hold it back, bro. I thought it was so funny,
so bad. In one of the Transformers things. And I think it's the G1 animated movie where one of the human characters is in sort of like a mech thing where he's like the same size as the Transformers. And they're like, Daniel, did you know that can transform too? And he's like, what? And then like his mech transforms into a car. So that's honestly what I was waiting for in this, was for him to transform.
Like, no way, I can be a car. And we're just sitting there like, God damn it.
That's what I wanted. I wanted him to transform.
Oh, it was so bad. It was so stupid. It was so stupid. And then he starts like fighting Scourge alongside Optimus Prime.
And he's doing great. Like
yeah. He's holding his own. And then at the end they're like, oh, we beat him. Good job, guys. And then Optimus, in his usual fashion, rips off the head of the enemy.
Yeah, dude.
He does do that a lot in these movies.
Yeah, he does.
And then also in Optimus's usual fashion, he's like, everybody get out of here.
Okay, wait. It was because they had to input the access code because the key had already been activated. They couldn't destroy the key. What they say was going to be like a supernova size explosion if they destroyed the key. Like they were like, we got to input this access code. And as the Elena character is like climbing up, she drops her backpack with all the notes and she's like, the key is in there. And I'm like, it's literally like 5 digits of these symbols and you've been drawing them this whole time. Do you really need your notebook?
I also like with that character, with Elena?
Oh, I think it's Elena.
Elena or Elena, whatever the hell it is. Yeah, fucking whatever. And Noah, they always have that thing where like whenever one of them does like something cool, they're like, Brooklyn! Yeah. And everybody in the fucking Colorado theater is like, I don't live in Brooklyn. Like, I don't care about that.
Oh. Well, so she like had to input the code before they could shut it down. And then it doesn't matter. The console gets shot anyway. And Optimus is like, I gotta destroy the thing. Everybody get out of here. And it was like, why didn't they just destroy this thing right from the beginning if that was
And then he does
possible?
And then like the gravity starts sucking Optimus Prime away and he's trying to hold on. And he's like, no, Optimus. And right before he gets sucked up away, he gets caught by something. And then the camera pans over and it's fucking Noah in his suit holding back the 17-ton Optimus Prime.
Optimus!
That part we were laughing pretty hard too. That part that part was pretty hilarious.
That was pretty hilarious. Yeah, no.
And then the movie ends and they do like the thing where wait. Yeah. So throughout the movie, fucking Noah and his little brother like speak on like the intercom. And they're like, his brother's like, we can't use our real names over like over fucking communications or whatever. Over comms. And so he's like, all right, what's up, Sonic? What's up, Tails? And like that's kind of like what they do throughout the movie. And it's pretty hilarious. And at the end, like Optimus Prime does this. We have proven the Autobots have the will to survive against evil. Down, 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 down. They didn't have Linkin Park playing, but it was the same thing.
No, it was the score soundtrack from the original Transformers.
They did play that at the end.
Dan, 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 dan.
Yeah, I did kind of like that song.
Yeah, that is a good song.
But anyways, and then Noah gets his own little like monologue over the events going, and he's like, "What's up? I'm Noah. My little brother calls me Sonic."
Yeah, it was like the Sonic. That was a bit much as well.
Yeah, it was like heesh. And then
yeah,
Transformers is now with G.I. Joe. Woo!
Which is like, why were they not doing this before? Well, because they were like,
I my first initial reaction was, oh, okay, so both franchises are doing so fucking awful that they have no choice but to cross over. But then I was like, I guess that would solve the problem of making the humans actually interesting to watch.
That is a really good point. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, because I'd rather see G.I. Joe than fucking Noah. I guess we'll have Transformer Man alongside the...
Yeah, alongside Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
Well, in that scene, because it's like Noah going to a job interview, and they're just like, "We've been watching you. It's gonna be all taken care of." Like, is G.I. Joe gonna be S.H.I.E.L.D. in this cinematic universe?
When he turned around in that scene, like the character, it was like he definitely like turned around, and it was supposed to be like that moment of realization. Like,
that's this character.
Oh, but I was just sitting there like, is that like some Transformer voice actor or something? And then he turned around the car and it was G.I. Joe. Of course, it's the car turning around. It's like,
yeah.
Jesus, this movie was really bad.
Oh, okay. If Hasbro does their cinematic universe, they've got Power Rangers.
Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, and Transformers.
Imagine the
cool.
Megazord against fucking Optimus Prime or some shit.
Against or Unicron.
Unicron, yeah. And then they also, what else do they have? My Little Pony.
Jesus Christ.
Hasbro's got a couple of IPs like Transformers and G.I. Joe and shit that I feel like could work, and Power Rangers in a cinematic universe.
Yeah.
They only need to get Godzilla from Warner Brothers.
What makes money for like Transformers and
the
Power
toys.
Rangers and stuff? Like even nowadays, like what
I bet you, I don't know.
Because there hasn't been anything good coming out of Hasbro. Like, because they haven't even had any animated movies for Power Rangers, Transformers.
I'll be interested to see something I want to do.
Joe. G.I. Joe has been awful too. They've just all been ass.
So something I want to do when we do the 50th episode is talk about like the budgets of some of these movies, like if they made money. I don't know if other people find that interesting, but I do. Like, I just want to know. So one of those movies would be Dungeons and Dragons that we saw, and that's a Hasbro thing. Was Dungeons and Dragons? I'd be curious to see if that made money.
I bet that made money. I bet this made money.
Oh, this 100% makes money. I bet.
Yeah,
it was pretty full.
It was a very full audience. I don't know if anybody in there really enjoyed watching it.
No, the guy next to me went to the concession stand twice during it. The guy next to me
this is so bad. I just want to go get food.
Yeah. The guy next to me was in and out of the movie a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see it continue because there's some cool shit that they could do.
I think I'm more intrigued by the idea of Transformers and G.I. Joe now that the more I think about it.
They're getting you, Connor.
Well, it's honestly just like the movies suck anyway, so might as well just throw more shit at it, you know?
Well, if this makes money, they might as well. Like,
yeah, they might as well just fucking do. I would imagine a lot of people are freaking out about it. I don't know. Is there G.I. Joe fans? I've never met a G.I. Joe fan.
Yeah, like are people hype about this? I don't know. Interesting.
What would you say your favorite Transformers movie is?
The animated one from the 80s.
The live ones.
Oh, the first.
I need to watch the animated movie. That would be fun.
It's pretty it's pretty sick. Like I like it. Like it's weird because they like introduce some new characters, but they kind of like explore around the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Orson Welles' final acting credit. Actually, he's the voice of Unicron.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then Leonard Nimoy is the voice of Galvatron, who's like the Megatron counterpart of this.
So Megatron has to come back, and then Megatron's gonna team up with.
Well, Megatron's a T-Rex, bro. Like, I just wanted to see Megatron as a T-Rex.
Who is the enemies in G.I. Joe? Cobra. I don't know their names though. It's Snake Eyes and like
Snake Eyes is the good guy.
Yeah.
Storm Shadow, I think.
Storm Shadow.
I only saw the Channing Tatum movie, and I had that on.
Was it
on
Channing Tatum? I was about to ask if it was like Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Well, the Dwayne the Rock Johnson was in the second one.
He was.
I think his character's name was like Ripcord or something.
That's so lame, bro.
And Channing Tatum's character's name was Duke.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah.
Well,
the G.I. Joe movie, I remember thinking it was cool.
Because you were like 6 years old.
And I had it on like an iPod Nano with the little like circle thing, and I was just watching it on this tiny ass screen. And then there's a scene in that movie where they like destroy the Eiffel Tower. That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
There's like some acid missile.
I remember I saw the first movie in theaters. I could not tell you anything about it. Didn't the second movie come out like 12 years later?
Well, Channing Tatum wasn't in it, and it was The Rock instead. I didn't see that one. And then that Snake Eyes movie came out.
Oh, yeah.
Recently-ish.
And nobody
cared.
Yeah. The movie might as well just not existed.
Yeah, that's what, like... Do you think that there was, like, Transformers Easter eggs in Snake Eyes movie? Maybe. Were they setting it up during Snake Eyes?
I have no idea. I think they're literally just like, all right, let's just throw everything at a wall. Our movies suck anyways.
Well, if it's Hasbro, they probably care more about the toy sales anyway. Like,
yeah,
that's always been what Transformers is it's basically a giant commercial.
Every single 80s animation.
Yeah.
He-Man, Transformers, G.I. Joe.
Ninja Turtles.
But wasn't Ninja Turtles first in the graphic novel? So it has somewhat of a humble origin.
Yeah. But I think the show
turned also it into
making it, just merchandising it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't have much else to say about Transformers, do you?
No, I do not. I'm surprised that we had this much to say about Transformers.
As always, thank you so much for listening to our episode. We hope you enjoyed. 49th episode, as we've said, so be on the lookout for the Big 5-0.
The Big 5-0.
The Big 5-0. We'll see you guys next time, and thanks again for listening.
Bye-bye.